Big news coming in this hour. There are firm indications that Pakistan is reportedly planning to escalate ceasefire violations along the international border. According to sources, even though there has been no major ceasefire violations since yesterday morning, large mobilization of Pakistani troops has been seen across the border in the Samba sector. This is being seen as a sign of escalation of tension. Remember, Indian troops had retaliated strongly to ceasefire violations after one BSF Jawan was martyred on Tuesday. Retaliatory fire by Indians had reportedly killed 4 Pakistani Rangers, forcing Pakistan to bring out the white flag. Let's get a word from Kamaljeet Sandhu, who's with us on the phone line. Kamaljeet, how is New Delhi reacting to this increased troop movements? What's the word coming out of the government?
Well, the stern message coming on from both Union Ministers of Defence as well as Ministry of Home Affairs. Clearly, a message has been sent out to Pakistan, and remember, Pakistan is making it out to be as if it's India's fault. They have registered and lodged a protest with the Indian High Commission in Pakistan. India is doing the same thing. But the entire trigger obviously started with Pakistan in the Samba sector, where they obviously assaulted and launched assault on BSF patrol, killing one BSF man and injuring another one. Thereafter, there was a heavy retaliation from BSF, killing at least 5 Pakistani Rangers and obviously destroying many of their posts. But thereafter, we've seen, even though it has been very quiet night at the borders, but yes, there has been intelligence and there has been a sighting of these particular vehicles and movement of troops at Samba sector. This is obviously very important, considering that Pakistan has kept fireworks consistently even during Lok Sabha elections and during and before Jammu and Kashmir Assembly elections. Thereafter, we know that there is Barack Obama's high-profile visit in January. So there is an entire effort by Pakistan to internationalize Kashmir issue, and we can see that these troop movement is only, as our sources put it, as mobilization of troops is an indication that Pakistan is ready to escalate the tensions at the borders.
Right, and Kamaljeet, for the benefit of our viewers, can you explain to us how frequently is troop movement reported from the Pakistani side, and what's the kind of troop movement that is being reported today? Is it out of the ordinary? What are the kind of machines that are being seen?
Well, the intelligence sources with the forces, which is obviously both the army and the BSF, indicate that there are not only launch pads where there are 150 to 170 militants waiting at any point of time to infiltrate at the Indian borders. In the last 3 months itself, there have been at least 6 failed attempts to cross over from the international border, but the alertness of the forces have prevented these militants from coming over. But last night there was this particular troop movement where the vehicles of Pakistani Rangers were seen coming in the numbers of at least 7 to 8, which is obviously with the forces itself. There is also reports that they are getting in heavy weapons like mortars, in which they would actually try and target specifically the BSF outposts which are along the international border. We've seen them doing heavy firing yesterday at least crucial posts of People as well as Chinaz and the 10th Gore. So these are the strategies that Pakistan is really up to. They will not only want to keep fireworks at the international border, they want to have targeted attacks, and we've seen them doing unprovoked firing earlier also. So clearly, with these mobilization of forces, there is an attempt by Pakistan to keep the pressure at the international border and an effort to internationalize the Kashmir issue.
Right, Pakistan continues to remain defiant in spite of repeated statements coming in from the Indian government asking Pakistan to tread carefully. The army keeping a close eye on those developments. Fresh troop movement being reported along the international border in Samba. Thanks so much, Kamaljeet, for that update.